I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Channing Curtis. Well, let's start things off by taking a quick look at some of today's top stories for you. Up first, a person is dead after a construction site collapse at the Spokane Tribe Casino. In a KREM 2 exclusive, the victim's parents share more about their daughter and her life.
Safety was one of her major things, and for this to happen is just devastating.
And a man is now in jail after an hours-long standoff yesterday morning. We break down what happened and speak exclusively to someone who knows the suspect.
Well, let's get right over to the forecast then with Nicole Hernandez. She's joining us this morning, filling in once again for meteorologist Thomas Patrick. And Nicole, it's nice today, but you're telling us about some snow chances for tomorrow.
Yes, yeah, definitely. So we're going to have to enjoy the sunshine that we do have for today, because we do end up with snow tomorrow and then more snow on Friday, unfortunately. So right now you can see it is nice outside around the Spokane area, but it is still nice and chilly. We are still in winter temperatures right now. So it is 29 degrees here in the Spokane area, and it feels like just 19. So definitely bundle up if you are heading outside. Those high 20s are really what we're feeling across most of the region, except for Wenatchee, sticking in the low 30s. And today into the next few days, we do end up warming up into the 40s, but we've got those snow chances. I'll tell you how much each day gets coming up.
This morning, we continue pressing for answers into what caused a construction site collapse that killed one person yesterday.
Now, the collapse happened at a project site for a new hotel at the Spokane Tribe Casino. Here's what we know this morning. Police responded at 9:45 yesterday morning. The construction company, Swinnerton Builders, says a form work collapse occurred at the project site. No other workers were injured in this collapse. Swinnerton says that they will work with local and state investigators to find out what caused this collapse. We also know that OSHA is involved in the investigation. Casino management did not say how this collapse would impact the hotel project, though. We also know that the victim of the collapse is 27-year-old Anna Vetter. Her family says that she was working on the project after becoming a journeyman carpenter.
Vetter's family called KREM 2 wanting to share more about their daughter as they search for answers. They spoke exclusively with Kyle Simchuk in an interview you'll only see on KREM 2.
Paul and Sandy Vetter say they can't make sense of this tragedy because their daughter was always so focused on safety. They now want to know what went wrong, but getting answers today has not been easy.
He was barely able to talk, and he just says, I don't know how to tell you this.
Paul and Sandy Vetter got a call this afternoon from their daughter's fiance, a call that's changed their lives forever.
And he just said there was an accident on the job site where Anna was working, and she's gone.
Their daughter, 27-year-old Anna Vetter, had been working on an expansion project at the Spokane Tribe Casino for the last few months after becoming a journeyman carpenter.
So I'm so excited about, being in Spokane and being a part of the union, and as she gets up at the crack of dawn and goes to these job sites, and she just loves it.
Anna was also engaged and had just bought a home in 9 Mile Falls. She loved the outdoors, her fiance, and 4 dogs. Her dad says she never took a shortcut when it came to safety.
Safety was one of her major things, and for this to happen is just devastating.
Around 9:30 this morning, 911 dispatchers received multiple calls about a collapse at the construction site.
It looks like we have 4 collapses in an elevator shaft. We have 1 unresponsive female trapped right now.
Copy, 1 unresponsive female elevator shaft.
Many casino guests reported hearing the disaster.
I don't think I've ever heard anything that loud before. It sounded like an explosion, just really loud, and the ground shook.
Swinnerton Construction is building the expansion and says crews experienced a formwork collapse. Formwork is the mold used to form concrete into structural shapes. No other workers were hurt.
We want to keep the family in our thoughts and prayers, and all the construction workers.
At 5 this evening, nearly 8 hours after their daughter was killed, Paul and Sandy said they had still not received a call from authorities or the construction company letting them know about Anna. Their future son-in-law was the one to tell them. KREM 2 has also reached out to authorities for more information about the incident. We're still waiting to learn more.
We've learned more from your coverage than anything we've learned from any direct information.
They still have a lot of questions and want people to remember their daughter, who they say helped pave the way for other women working in construction.
whenever she kind of met a challenge, she would, buckle down and work through it.
And we also reached out to the Department of Labor and Industries. They told us investigations like this can be complex and could take 6 months to complete.
Well, this morning we have an update on a story we brought you yesterday morning on Up with KREM as breaking news. A man has been arrested after that hours-long standoff that happened Tuesday morning. That man, Ryan Shawls, was wanted for threatening to kill a woman. Negotiators tried to convince Shawls to come out of the West Central apartment and eventually had to put a chemical agent in that apartment to force him to surrender. As Shawls was arrested, a nearby man called out to him. KREM 2 spoke exclusively to that man who says that he was in the apartment with Shawls just before police arrived.
We just told each other we love each other. That was it. Police told me I can't tell them I love them, told me they were going to tase me, but other than that, I love my brother. I hope the best for him. He's a good friend to me, a good brother to me. He's a good person to the community, good father figure. He's a good father to his kids.
Shawls has 3 prior felony convictions, including assault and illegally carrying a firearm. Police also arrested a second man who was in the apartment for an unrelated out-of-county warrant. An update right now in the case against the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students. A Latah County judge approved a motion for him to get a second attorney to defend him. Now, he's currently being represented by Kootenai County Public Defender Ann Taylor. He's expected to appear back in court in June.
It is 7:37. Let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. Lori Vallow's lawyers are asking a judge in her case to take the death penalty off the table. Vallow is the Idaho woman accused of murdering her 2 children. Her lawyers say she is mentally ill and point to the fact that she was found incompetent to stand trial twice. They argue executing a mentally ill person is a, quote, troubling thought. Vallow's trial is set to begin April 3rd. Well, fewer kids are getting arrested in Kootenai County. Our news partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press uncovered between 2020 and 2022, the number of juvenile arrests was cut in half. Probation officers credit the decline to early intervention efforts to keep kids out of the system. A bill to address the devastating impacts of wildfires passed the Washington State House with unanimous approval yesterday. The bill would give the State Department of Natural Resources more tools to prevent wildfires and deal with its effects. The bill now goes to the Senate for a vote, but it already has bipartisan support. And that is a look at your morning rush.
Taking another quick look at weather, we do have a few scattered snow showers moving their way around the region. Today's weather really feels similar to yesterday's, where we've got them kind of moving through, but if you do get caught in one, it's really not going to be all that significant. We end up with most of us feeling partial cloud cover with even some sunshine peeking through. As we look forward to the rest of the day and into tonight, we can see tonight a band of moisture starts to pull through our area. It hits the Palouse about 10 o'clock tonight and then moves through the Spokane Coeur d'Alene area, hitting there about 4 a.m. and then lasting until about 9 a.m. Coming up, I'll let you know exactly how much snow we're expecting from that band of moisture and then even more snow on Friday.